I hate how shiny my forehead is right now, but you know what? There's nothing I can really do about it. And you know what? The shinier, that means the smarter you are. I'm filled with so much knowledge. Pointless knowledge. Despite my shiny-ass forehead, hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jake, and welcome to another video, where today we're going to be taking another look at my Aeon Pro short dart build, and you can probably notice right off the bat that there are a lot of changes that have already been made, and that's because the build has already been progressed, actually. Usually I would add build highlights about me adding things onto the blaster and whatnot, but there was so little work to do that I felt a build highlights wasn't really necessary. So instead you're just going to get me yelling at the camera for a little bit, which depending who you are, you might not like this video and you can go ahead and leave. Or if you're interested, you can go ahead and stick around and get into my mind a little bit putting this thing together. I want to apologize though for how long this took. Depending on when you watch this, it's been about 2 weeks since my last upload, and the plan was to be weekly or bi-weekly, and I kind of missed both of those, but you know, time got a little away from me, and I'm kind of lazy, so that's just how that goes. But starting off, I want to give a shout out to Out of Darts and Transmog Labs on Etsy. There will be a link to Out of Darts website and Transmog Labs Etsy page in the description, as well as links to all the individual parts that I'm going to be showing off here today. And I apologize to him personally in DMs, but I want to do a public apology to Transmog Labs because this piece here, the only piece I ordered from him and didn't use, this is a skinny pusher. And in case you're not sure what a skinny pusher is, well, as you can tell, that is very flat and thin, skinny if you will. And what this does is it pushes the dart into the barrel for it to be fired. And there's an O-ring here that creates an airtight seal and whatnot, and you already know how that works. And the reason for it being skinny is because it makes it possible for you to pull darts while the blaster is in the forward position like this. And that was something really nice and convenient that I think would be an amazing add to this build and would be probably a lot more comfortable for me. Very obviously, this was never going to fit with the Palm Top Supply pump kit because this was made with the intentions of being added to a stock Aeon Pro slide. There was no consideration for Palm Top Supply or any other creator. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, there was no other creator in mind when making this, so it didn't fit, and because of that, I decided to give it a low star review. I gave it a 3-star review, which was a little harsh and not fair, because just because it didn't meet my needs doesn't mean it won't meet someone else's needs. And even though it's not what I needed, it is still a very well made product. This is definitely something that you should pick up if it's something that you think you need. I will try to use this in a future build. I plan on doing a couple other Aeon Pro builds now, actually. I have the plan to just do one full-length dart build, but some of my friends saw me building this and said they want their own. So this is definitely something that I can put in one of theirs, if they ever commission me to build one of them. But yeah, so Transmog Labs, I apologize for that review, and I have since changed it to a 5-star review, because I know low-star reviews damage your shop and everything. And, yeah, so, sorry about that. I hope all is forgiven. And, to Palm Top, this is an opportunity to make some money, man. Go ahead and make a skinny pusher for your pump kit. I will throw money at you all day long to make that thing, because I will buy it, and I will use it, and I will praise you, and I would really like one. But this isn't the only piece I got from Transmog Labs. What I have currently installed is his extended short dart mag release attached to the short dart mag adapter, and the Out of Darts short dart flare Magwell. And these two things together make this thing so much more fun and comfortable to run, as if it wasn't already comfortable enough. Because now I have the option, if I can climb this thing back. See, I couldn't take it out in the front position because I don't have a skinny pusher. Would have been really convenient, but yeah. Seriously, if there is one out there that might fit in this, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just wait until Palm Top makes one, because I really want him to make one. No pressure at all, Palm Top. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm pressuring you, but it would be a great idea. But back on topic, I now have the option to, while holding it ready to fire, I can do this with one hand, or I can, if I want to, go up and do that the traditional way. And the flare Magwell makes loading this thing so much more smooth than I expected it to. Because the whole point of the flared Magwell is to eliminate a lot of the fumble with trying to get the mag into the blaster, but it just goes straight in. It's wonderful. And I got it in white because I want to match the whole aesthetic of the Aeon Pro, the white and black and orange, and the oranges don't all match, but you know what, it's orange and that's good enough for me. I love the way this thing looks, and it's only going to get better. The one modification that I needed to do, though, to this piece right here was I had to trim off a little bit of the material that's right here because this thing goes far back and there was like a lot of material in the way of that, so I used some hobby clippers and a little precision file to smooth that out, and now it works beautifully. And also, in order to get this to work, I had to buy the Stubby Main Mag release from Transmog Labs, which is basically a main mag delete, because if I'm only going to be running short darts, I don't really need the main mag release. So it is still removable if I want to. I can remove this, I think. Give me a second. If I just pull that down, get my thumb in there, and yeah, this is still removable. And this little piece is one of my favorite parts of this entire build, because this came together so well. It's just really aesthetically pleasing. Goes right in like that, and the functionality of this is incredible. And Transmog, you have made me so happy with these pieces. And of course, lastly, from Transmog Labs, this right here, the Safety Delete. And this was the only piece here that gave me trouble. And the reason why is because it's meant to be put in with his lightning trigger that Transmog sells. But as I've said in the last video, I believe... Oh! That was dumb. Don't do what I just did. Be safe and wary of your safeties and triggers. That's the reason why we have safeties, is because that happens. Yeah. Sorry. Back on topic, if I can handle not being a dumbass for 5 more minutes. I didn't need to prime it. Why did I just do that? Stop being dumb. Jiminy Cockroach. Okay. Anyway. Fucking... What was he even talking about? The Safety Delete. Yes, the Safety Delete from Transmog Labs. This piece right here. It's the only piece that gave me trouble. Because, like I was trying to say, it's meant to go with his lightning trigger that he also sells. But I like the stock trigger that comes with the Aeon Pro already. So I had to do a lot of sanding, and it required a lot of patience to finally get it in here. But, yeah. Now that it's in there, I'm very happy with it. And not only is it a Safety Delete, but it acts as a charm attachment point. So there's now this little nipple that hangs at the side that I can put keychains and key rings and whatnot inside of, and it'll just dangle off my blaster and be real cute. I don't have anything to put there yet. In fact, because of the placement of it, I might not put something there, because I feel like it would get in the way. But all I can do is test it with some key rings that I had in mind, and we'll see how that goes. And I believe in the last video I also said that I don't want to run a stock with this build, but I played around with the idea of if I did run a stock, what stock would I want, and I knew I wanted a folding stock, at least, because I think a folding stock would really fit the aesthetic of this build. And so I went on eBay, and I bought this Spectre stock, which I think actually came with the AccuTrooper because of that orange color there. And I was really excited when I got it, but then I forgot just how flimsy the Spectre stock is. It's goddamn awful. And not only is it flimsy, but clip it on, and there's a lot of wobbling. Just a lot of wobble. And also, the stock itself actually comes up to the pump, where it slides. So that's going to get in the way of that. And, of course, there's not even a question about shouldering it, because that's like that. And let's just pretend for a second. First off, you're coming way out there. My arm is fully extended now, and I have to pull way back here. Look at it. It's bending on it. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't use this. Plus, when it's extended like this, even this has some jiggle. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed about that. But if any of you guys know of some worker folding stocks that might work with this. Let me know in the comments, because I would like a folding stock. I don't plan on ever shouldering this, but just for the aesthetics, a folding stock I think would be pretty sweet. But other than that, it's time to ask, where do we go from here? Because this build is still not done. There's going to be a third video, maybe even a fourth, depending on where we go, and I'll talk about that in a second. And now, priority number one right now is a grip, because I still don't have one. And this is very uncomfortable to prime, just shotgun style, because there is not a lot to grip onto there. It's about, what, 1.5 inches long, and that is a little difficult to prime on its own. So I have some ideas in mind, some from Out of Darts, some that I found on Etsy. The Cricket Cousin is also an idea I've had to put on here, because I love the little rocket platform that Out of Darts has made, and I think it would just look real sick on this thing, honestly, to have an under-mounted little thing. Oh man, I can't wait to get one. Another idea I've played around with, but haven't really done too much research into it, is if I added a few more inches of barrel to put a tracer unit on the end of this thing. Because I don't need it, but I think it would just be fun to have my shots light up downrange or down the field in a war, if a war allows me to have that tracer unit. But, you know, it's kind of like getting the bulletproof glass window option on your car. You don't really need it, but if it's there, you kind of want it. I have the option available to me, so I would like to have a tracer unit. But that's some more research I gotta put into find one that I think would fit this and that will suit my needs. Let me know what you think about putting a tracer unit on this thing in the comments, and if you have any suggestions for a tracer unit that I should use on this build. Also, if you made it this far into the video, you probably noticed that the background at some point changed, and that's because back here I replaced the Falcon Fire I have with this one that I painted up in these random colors. There's not really a theme to it. Thinking about it, it kind of does remind me of the Vortex blasters that came out a few years ago at Target. The teal and the really bright green. This is kind of a pastel green that my girlfriend picked out for me. But there's the silver accents and whatnot. This is a very horribly done paint job. But I like it. I think it's fine. And I'm going to be probably painting more Falcon Fires in the future. So this is not at all a problem with me. I really like this thing. And the heavy spring is definitely going to be going in here at some point. So this is a future video that you guys have to look forward to. But we're focusing on the Aeon Pro for the next few videos. I do have other blasters that I want to look at, of course. It's just that this thing is kind of taking over my life, and I want to add more to it. And I just love this thing so much. But that about does it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified for when I make new videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Share this video with someone that you think will enjoy it so you can help the hobby grow. And I will see you guys next time.